FE6 that allows you to continue just moving.
No.
Give her a little. It's not brain science, but how much energy? The FE6. Let's get into it.
Oh, hey.
So, welcome, friends. We got Luke on the gimbal. Hopefully the content recently has been smoother and a little more professional, we're hoping. 11 years later. Friends, we have an exciting package here to open, but as life goes, and as you know in your life, I'm sure, it's not just about one thing at a time. I have to multitask these days. I don't have to, I choose to. This is the axe that was in one of our last videos. It is a glorious rendition of a high-test Tasmanian pattern axe that I completely changed the profile on. And this is on a sapwood, solid as a rock, Buck and Billy Ray flagship handle. But the program I've been working on after I halved an axe is this now. I come in the next day and I do this. And what this does is it gives the handle one more little kind of treat. Now that will suck up. Look at that, Luke, how it's like a complete coating of fluid over top. And you'll watch this over a minute or two. It will disappear down into the top of the handle. I'm just going to get to you straight right now. We're going to go test this FE6 out in the wood. We're going to unbox it. I'm going to let that sit. I want to do a shout out real quick to a friend of mine named Chris Killinger. He's been on the freaking internet for, well, he's longer than me. And I used to watch Killinger. I still watch Killinger, but in the beginning, when I kind of got onto YouTube, I started watching Killinger because he was into axes. And he had knowledge about American axes and Swedish axes and things that I was interested in. And he had chickens roaming around his feet, and he was just seemed like a good dude. He wasn't trying to, I don't know, he was just different. I like you, Chris Killinger. You're my good friend these days. We stay in contact a lot, and you've been on YouTube, and you keep pounding it. He has a beautiful daughter. I've watched his daughter grow. He has a loving wife. He came to my first buck and stock. As a matter of fact, that was the first buck and stock I ever had. I gashed my hand open on an axe, and that man, that Chris Killinger, came to that event on the last day, on Sunday, and he had that in his hand. And if you don't know Chris Killinger, he is a leathersmith, an axe guy, just a humble fella. And I love you, Chris. And he sent me the FE6. I saw he got one a long time ago, and I looked at the profile. And then I looked at, we're doing a lot of axe content lately because that's just the way it's going. Axes are freaking cool. So Council Tool came out with they called this the splitting axe. And it was right around the time, friends, believe it or not, when I was doing my wood bullet. I had a whole pile of, I was building and doing content on the wood bullet. And they came out with a 5-pound splitting axe. It was actually kind of funny. Interesting timing. But I saw their axe and I thought, well, that's a bit odd, but it looks like it's at least got a bit more profile to it. And if you follow the channel, you'll know what I did to this axe. And I'm just going to say this, and I have an opinion, friends, just like every person does. This is not a great splitting axe. You can split wood with a chopping axe. You can split wood with a hatchet. You can split wood with anything if you know what you're doing. But to call this a wood splitting axe, I think they marketed that in an interesting way. I'll show you what I think's a better splitting axe, and I could tell by the profile. I could see it in the profile. So Killinger did me the favor of sending me this, the FE6. I've been waiting for this for a long time. There it is. So I knew right away when I saw this axe that it was a splitting axe. Wow, that's heavy. Huh. You guys, I'm late to the party here. You guys know that. I'm way late to the party on this. But I can tell already, like, he's got quite a, oh my. You can feel it, Luke, and see it instantly that This is a splitting tool. I know this is something to do with a fire axe or something like that. So there it is. The FE6. It's got a great big pole because I think for firemen they bash on the pole maybe doing something. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Maybe you're a fireman out there. Maybe you can tell me what this is for. What I would use this for is splitting firewood. So, and I can actually feel it, friends. It's got nice balance here. Very nice. Lays flat in your hand, and that's because of this pole here. That's a big pole in my mind. That's actually really big. The handle looks adequate. It's a long handle. Grain looks fine to me. But what it is a great big splitting axe. So let me show you something here. Killinger just did this. The wood bullet. So it's very similar, friends. So I don't need to swing an axe to tell you that I can tell by looking at an axe what it's good for. But that's just because I got time in the game. That's all. No, nothing more. And what you have here is a long handle. You've got a great big long handle. I hear people talk about this handle. They wish it was different, is the consensus I've heard. It depends. Actually, this is a neat axe. I like the look of that. Look down on that, Luke. Look at that.
Interesting, yeah.
And that's that fire thing.
Right.
But by the time you're here, so I don't know if this would get caught in the wood. We're going to go swing it, Luke. The hang is fine. The hang looks fine. They press their axes on. I would realize there's a bit of, you can see there's a bit of hang stuff there. You can see it. It's fine. That's the nature of the beast. Oh, this would be nice on the sheriff handle. I think I might send it back to Killinger on a... Killinger, let me know if you want me to send you this back on a... I don't particularly like this back here myself. It's fine, and it's gonna... There's a lot of wallop in this axe. This is big, but it is a long handle, no doubt about it. So, there you go. Look at that. Look at the bit geometry on this. I like the bit. This is actually a good axe. I'm seeing good things here. I'm just going to say it. So far, so good. So we're going to go test it. We're going to go swing it. Killinger, let me know. I would like to. So this is very interesting. Isn't that neat, Luke?
Yeah.
How they do that for whatever reason?
Yeah.
It's for busting open doors, I guess, or something.
Right.
But
What degree are we at on that thing?
25 right off the hop. Yep. Yeah, it's 25 to 27 degrees. Good, sturdy, strong bit. But still, we're going to go see. In our wood anyway. We're going to go see. There's some maple. There's some gnarly fir over there. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to gun this. I just want to get rid of that damage there. Look at that edge come up right like that, Luke. There we go. I just wanted to get rid of that nick. See how quick that went out?
Yeah.
Real fast. This is a great splitting tool, I'll tell you that right now. Apparently they got an FE8, but it is long. There's no doubt about it, it's long, and I get that purpose. We all know why that is, friends. You do carry a lot of wallop with a long handle. It doesn't look used very much, Mr. Killinger, but he takes care in his overstrikes too. He's very conscious of it. But this does have a bevel. You can see it there.
Yes.
It's got a little micro there. Well, it's
A bump there?
Yep. But regardless, it's a wedge pattern. Now, I'd be interested in something. Let's look very quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is some convexity to it. Let's go to the longest quite flat there. See the bevel?
Yeah.
So there is a slight 27-degree bevel. We're calling this the bevel. And it's convex. It's actually convex. This is a good splitting tool, I can tell already. I knew it was when I saw it, Luke. Enough ramble. Let's get it into the wood.
Oh, would you have a gander at
Oh
that?
my
though?
gosh, where did the freaking... What?
Is it on the ground beneath? No.
No, it's not. There's not even a drop.
No.
So,
Oh,
dude, check this
dear.
out. I'm not kidding. Look. Look at. Usually when we do this, friends, look. Okay, I'm wiping the handle. Nothing.
Dry.
No, bone dry. It's not even... So it's...
Where did it all go?
Well, it went right into freaking there is where it went. And we're going to do it again. Look at it. I like this program, Luke. So this is the final steps. Now that'll go down. That'll go down the handle. But that first little hit we did, literally, yeah, there you can just see it running down the axe now. I like it, Luke. What are we doing? Are we going to smash this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Luke.
Hey.
So we're here to test, which is actually really cool for me, is the FE6. I need your guys' help because I don't know when the FE6 came out, or do I know when the wood splitting axe came out from Council Tool. I've been asked by a lot of people, hey, because we all know I know about expensive axes. I'm in that space. But there's part of me that wants to give information to folks that, you know, don't want to spend big money on a splitting axe or a tool built for a certain purpose. The FE6 apparently was built for firemen. But when they came out with this axe, I saw this. I saw that. And we've shown you this earlier in the video, but I know that that's a wood splitting profile. I just know it because I was in the process of building the wood bullet when they were in the process of letting this axe out onto the market. And they're splitting axe, and Council Tool's been around a long time, and I respect the company for just that alone. We all know they don't make really expensive axes or hand forged stuff. I think they have a couple of different genres. They have I forget the name of that group of axes they sell, but they're a little more expensive. You'll know. You folks will know. This is a nice axe. It's a nice wood splitting axe. I can tell right now. I'm kind of excited. It's got a long handle on it. We're going to kick this gate open. But what we did do is we brought a couple of my products as well. I brought one of my products that I'm pretty tickled about. But again, this is on the sheriff handle, or pardon me, the deputy. I got the sheriff behind me. This is Debbie. But again, friends, have a little peeksy poo, right? It really isn't brain science. It's not brain science. But how much energy do you want to spend pulling your axe from the wood? This axe I just built. I don't know if this is up on the website yet, but it's gonna be. It's a dandom. Check out this profile, Luke. Right? So there's a lot to do with profile. There's a lot. So let's take this FE6 and let's also take this sucker.
Oh yeah.
This is the sheriff handle. Killinger, would you let me rehang this FE6 for you? This is a long handle. So this is 35. It's a 35-inch axe. Lukey, let's go split some firewood.
Okay.
So we've been helping this nice lady split her firewood. She's a widow, friend, and we've been in here for a while now, helping her out split the wood. So let's do what I do, Luke. So I split all this. Lukey had a pile going over there. I had a pile going here. I've been here quite a bit more than Luke has. Luke's been in and out with.
There's my pile.
Yeah.
There's Buckin's pile.
So anyways, here's the first sign of a split axe. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Wood bullet. These are important things to me. They're not to everyone. Let's carry on with the axe at hand. Let's use the FE6. Let's just grab it. It is heavy, I will be honest. So an axe feels heavier with a longer handle. Does that make sense, friends? It does. It feels heavier. It's when you out here. It's a big. How much is this? How heavy is this? Do you know?
6.
Oh, it's 6 pounds.
Yeah.
FE6.
Yeah.
Makes sense. See that maple over there, Lee?
Yes, I do.
Some guys, they don't care about what this is, but I do. Did you see what I just done?
Yeah.
I got to split wood here. This is probably going to be no joke, Lukey, this one. This particular piece of wood, it's maple. Look at it, Luke.
Yeah.
I already can tell this is going to be a beast of a splitting axe.
I like how it sticks.
That's important to me. Mauls don't do it unless you reprofile them. This is, I knew this axe would be this. I knew it. Look at this, Luke. So this will be interesting. So that's actually interesting to me. Well, that split the wood. Huh. Okay. A long handle is lovely. Look at that. That's beautiful firewood. So a long handle is nice. You know how to use it. A lot of guys get worried about overstrike. Well, if you're used to using a 30 31 29 to 31, if you're used to that, well, step back. Just step back. Trust your swing. Trust your swing. You can bend down if you want to. I'm not interested in it. See that, Luke?
Yeah.
I'm very pleased so far. I can't deny it, and I won't deny it, and I won't try and tell you something different. You're getting excited, aren't you?
Yeah.
You want to try this?
I do.
So, let's grab this. We don't have to get too carried away. We know what this thing is. This is the wood bullet. And so did you notice that FE6 a little bit grabby on that maple at the start?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just not quite as convex as something like the wood bullet, right?
That's it. And convexity helps. Not only does convexity help with release, it actually helps with splitting the wood apart. But there's something I'm looking at right now that I know is going to be a problem. And it's this fir log, this young fir tree that is, wow, that 31-inch handle's nice length. So here's something to be mindful of. Check this out, Luke. You see that?
Yeah.
That was in there, and the reason it is that. Did you see this knot? I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the grain of this. I went dead square right in the middle of it, and I'm going to do it again. I popped the outside of it off. Now that's in there. It's because of that knot, and it didn't even, oh, well, look. We know why that's not splitting, right, friends? Because this knot's going like this. We're trying to chop through the knot. I turn this and hit this like this piece is gone. But here's my point with this. This is convexity at its finest. Watch. And there it is. One pop and it's out. So we switch over here now. Shank that off there. Work around your knots. Okay. It's this one, Luke. Why don't you grab that FE6, Luke?
Yeah.
Give yourself a go.
Okay.
So that's young fur. And I know by looking at it, that's not going to be that easy. Luke's a big, strong man. He's got a good swing now.
This is the longest handle I've ever used, so I'll just find my swing on these first couple here.
Yeah.
But
Good. It's going to split.
oh yeah.
Good. Luke is a gentleman who he went after the flick. He wanted to learn the flick. He likes splitting wood on the ground. He enjoys the flick. And it's a great technique. It really, really is. It was actually a technique that was developed many, many years ago. It's just wood splitting is, it's not a necessity anymore. So people don't understand it when they see it. I can smell that pitch from here, Luke.
Oh yeah. I don't mind the handle.
No, dude, I'm telling you.
Like the length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're tall.
Yeah.
So did you see what he just done, friends? So I look at Luke as I've broke in a few men on axes and you know, tree work, fallen, power saw work. But Luke, he has a personal level that he likes to, he has high expectations of himself. So that's some pretty easy splitting wood right there, let's be honest. But nonetheless, you've got your axe you got to be looking out for.
I can feel that it's a little stickier than the wood bullet.
Yes.
Which, I mean, granted,
Yeah.
but it's very nice.
Oh, dude, I knew right when I saw this axe it was a wood splitting tool. But you'll notice Luke as he goes through the wood, he's good at the flick. He's getting much better at the flick. I think he uses the flick probably more than most.
Oh yeah.
He's a flicker.
I don't like spending time on the grinder. You talk about it all the time. I don't like having to retouch up my axe too much.
Yeah, but you swing expensive axes, Luke.
Exactly.
So
and vintage, and you're just wearing them down more and more. So I just flick a lot, and I don't like the chopping block. So yeah.
I know.
It's nice.
I know. I knew this would happen. I did. So you see what he's doing? It's not hurting him. He's not hitting. He hasn't hit the ground once. He has not hit the ground once, this young fella. And I look at Luke again, as I say, he's kind of an apprentice, to be honest.
Yeah.
Aren't you, Luke?
Yep. 100%.
He's kind of he's an intermediate at this stage. He's learned really fast. And we were talking about this, and I don't want to say this, Luke, because it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. But I mean this. No, I mean this.
I'm the one that said it to you. Like.
Yeah, I know, but coming from the mentor, it sounds like, oh, look, he learned everything from me and this and that. Well, what if, I'm just saying, get yourself a mentor. That's what I'm saying to anybody who's watching this video. The amount of time you will save in a craft by being humble enough to learn from someone who's been doing it for a long, long time, you'll just fly. You will fly. Luke is actually quite proficient at splitting firewood. He's still got much to learn, but he literally has put most of his energy now into the flick. Would you not say so, Luke?
100%.
Yeah, reading wood comes in time. It comes with time.
Yep.
So, but here he is, just a fur. We know he could drive that straight through. he could drive that straight through and drive his axe into the dirt. But it's that ever slight little twist to the left or to the right that allows you to continue just moving through the wood. You know, this is Doug fir. It's not hardwood to split. That's why when I get into these crazy freaking hardwoods, when I go to the Pennsylvanias and the Pittsburghs and the Ohios, the flick is my friend. It really is. Talk to me about that axe.
It's nice.
That's a wood splitting axe.
I like the weight. It's nice.
It's an old school handle, friends. It's a thin handle. This is actually, I'm going to give kudos to Council Tool right now. A lot of their stuff, I like a couple of their axes. I don't like their 5-pound wood splitter axe. I will tell you that right now. This, it's got the right dimensions, Luke, from here to there. This is not a bit heavy axe in my mind.
No.
This is not bit heavy. I'll bet you that's not 4 inches from there to the tip of that. It's not.
Yeah.
I can tell by looking. I bet it's about 3 3/4 inches. And I'll bet you that right there, from there to there, is not even 3. I'll bet you, well, it's close to 3 inches from there to there.
Yeah.
I will guarantee it. I know these by looking at them. This is a well put together axe. Some really nice fur. This is what I like about a long handle. Little stickier than a wood bullet.
A little bit. Well, yeah,
Which is
it's
not
noticeable, but
It's not bad. Weight is nice. You know, you can split wood like this too. A lot of people don't think about it that much. You can actually split wood like this quite well as well, especially depending on grain and species. You see that?
Yeah.
Don't forget about that, friends. It's done. It's a technique that's done all over the world. This. I mean, why would you stand it up if you could just crack it? There it is. I'm pleased, Luke, with this axe.
Me too.
You can let the weight of the head, especially on a long handle, up she goes. This is a nice tool. It's a big axe. It is a big axe. It's 6 pounds and you can feel it. I think this on a different handle would be quite amazing. But it's sold as a big split axe, and they've done or actually it's not sold as a split axe. It's sold as a fire axe. What's back here, Luke? Now, I do want to talk about this, Luke, again, friends, and I'm gonna show it. This is why when you're using a chopping block, I teach people, yes, teach, I said it, to when they're using the chopping block, like this here. It's not a massive chopping block, but it would work in a pinch. To use chopping blocks, you put your wood at the back of the chopping block, because I don't care who you are and where you're from. If you're chopping firewood like this and you go to split this, and for some reason you split the wood, you underestimated your strength or the grain, and you go through that piece of wood. When you split wood, especially on the ground, the arc of the axe is like this. Watch, Luke. This is the arc of most axes here. That's why toes get worn off all the time on axes, okay? Unless you're conscious of your swing and you drive for the block. And what that means is this. You bend your knees, and instead of straight legging it and doing this, see where that axe ended up, Luke?
Yep.
Okay? So you want that to happen. But if you want to drive straight through and you want the axe to go straight through, in the case of this, you don't want this action right now. You want this action. You want to drive. That's why bending your knees on splitting firewood in a situation like this is good. And you drive straight through the wood. Because if you don't and you fall back on the old, you know, just straight leg going, and you happen to, maybe you see this arc here. It gets people. It gets them all the time. This can be such a fun thing to do, friends, splitting firewood. But it can also be dangerous. I like this axe. I'm going to say it right now. Did you see that move? I like it. If you're on a chopping block, leave space here, friends. Leave space. Now you have got yourself a whole plethora of things you can do. Did I ever tell you how much I enjoy splitting firewood? There it goes, right? So we know it's split, so let's move over here. Now with a long-handled axe splitting wood on the ground, that arc can really come in handy. Like, look at, friends, right? Look at usually the arc of the head. See, the handle's way up there like this. You know, friends, don't be afraid to get down like this. Choke up on your freaking hand a little bit and just come in there like that with a quick little flick and drop the knees. Just drop the knees. Check out my ergos. It's either full handle swing, right? With this angle, which isn't the best angle anyways, or it's just get hunker down on things. Right? Hunker down. Now that you got her here, you can move it here. We got her broke down a little bit. This is not easy splitting wood. Well, it's not hard, but it's not like the fir, is it?
Nope.
Give her a little fleck. She's a little stickier than a wood bullet. That's not a bad enough reason to say no to it, though. Wow. Yeah, see that, Luke?
Yep.
Would you pass me the wood bullet, please, Luke?
You bet.
It's just a different animal. It's a complete different animal. It's amazing what a bit of convexity will do for you. Now that dead stopped it. We see what's happening there,
yes.
Right? So not a good idea. You're better to turn this. But here's the thing though. Right? Look at what happens with that. It just comes out of there like nothing. So I would probably turn this guy and I would probably shank this piece off. Just like that. Break it down to its knot. There it is there. It's actually ready. This piece is finished, but see that? That's a big knot. Let's have a go. Right? That's not a big piece of wood, Luke. Look at it trying to bust a knot.
Yeah.
This is what I like about this thing. Once she gets moving, she pops pretty good. This is where your long handle's quite nice though. Look at how beautiful that is, Luke. That's the stink right there, boy. Nice firewood. But we're not, when you grab that.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's the chopping block, 28 inches, 28-inch axe. Glorious balance. Right in the sweet spot around an inch back from the head. Just a nice axe to swing. With the profile a lovely, lovely profile. But again, did you see how, right? With a short axe on a chopping block, you've got the chance way more of missing and coming down like this. This is a nice axe. So you've got to be careful with these shorter handled axes. This is a nice tool.
Looks like a fun axe.
This is a fun little axe to swing.
Yeah, it's snappy.
and the arc, friends, this arc. You know how nice that is, right? Right? We've talked about that, friends. There's so much to axes, and a guy who's into axes, he's going to be a little more up on that and be a little more nerdy. You know, there's all kinds of techniques you can do to save out your tools. It's just a matter of taking that extra second or two to do so. I'll just be honest with you, I enjoy a sharp axe. Friends, we're not here to tell you anything. We're just sharing our love for this craft. And if you can help, if this can help you in any way. So as much as you can use your axe with a sharp bit and save yourself. See, even Lukey, even with a chopping block, he's a flick man. Yeah. He just, it's in his brain. He's been working on it so hard.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
You don't know until you have a go. So this is that dandom, Luke, that I just built, which is gnarly.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. It's sharp. It's clean. This is a clean little axe. But I'll tell you something. This palm swell, it's so beautiful. Just sharp. Okay. That's crazy. Hey, Luke.
Hey.
Friends, we're going to try, this video is long enough, and we're going to try and keep this short. In a nutshell, friends, in a nutshell, I knew when I saw this axe, I think this axe came out in, it's not a splitting axe. It was not marketed as a splitting axe, Luke. It's called the forced entry axe. That's what FE stands for. And it's got that little notch in it for a tool. It splits wood like crazy, friends.
Yeah, it does.
It's a long-handled, heavy-bitted axe. So it works. It does get, but again, I'm comparing it to the wood bullet. So compared to the wood bullet, it gets stuck a bit more than the wood bullet. It doesn't release as good as the wood bullet.
It doesn't have the same convexness to it.
Exactly.
We show that in the video a couple times.
I think we do.
Yeah.
It's not brain science, but how much energy do you want? Yeah. We show it up real quick, Luke, but you can see looking at it on the camera. I got you to look at it on the camera. You can literally see the convexness in the bullet.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of the wood bullet's key, friends. It's called the cross pattern convexness, both ways, up and down and side to side. And that was my whole thought process on building this axe, because I know that a wedge will split wood. I already know that. But I thought to myself, how can I get this thing to release? And that's what I ended up with, that convexness both ways. So the FE6 doesn't have that. It wasn't designed for a wood splitter. But I think if those guys, council, redesigned an axe, I would go with that pattern, not their 5-pound splitting axe. I don't speak too highly of their 5-pound splitting axe. Will it split wood? Of course, but so will a chopping axe. So it depends on who's on the tool. I would buy, if you're looking at council tool for a splitting axe, I would actually buy the FE6, not the 5-pound splitting axe. Would you agree with that?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Yeah.
Because I have both now, friends. I actually have both of those. And I actually reworked my council tool. So we're just trying to bring folks a an opinion on some axes that are a little less expensive than what I'm used to, wood bullets and hand forged axes, which are not cheap. You know, you're in that $400 to $600 realm for a hand forged axe. Whereas Council Tool, I think Council Tool is a great company, and they have nice axes. So I would not say no to the FE6. So if you're looking for a good split axe, don't cast aside the FE6 just because it's not a split axe.
Yeah.
It's not marketed as a split axe. Anyways, that's about it from us, friends. Hey, work hard, be honest, and be kind. And I appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next video.
See ya.